Roger Gates has lived in this farmhouse for over 50 years, but the area's become part of the suburbs, and he and his wife Cherita are renting out their land as a lorry park.
The American government's been trying to reassure voters they'll be safe from terrorists when they go to the polls on Tuesday. The head of Homeland
Cherita was with me for 13 years.
No specific intelligence.
Our plans were to get married next year at April. We were going to build up the business and consolidate it, tidy up buildings, improve buildings.
I just been looking at that back field, you know. I should consider perhaps letting it out next year.
In other words, we had plans for the future all the time.
Yeah, good idea. We'd have to have a larger sign, though.
Cherita was generous to a fault, exceedingly kind in everything she did. Very good, very kind. Everybody loved her.
A passerby was at the back of the farm in Horseshoe Crescent, where a metal fence surrounds the lorry park.
You know, I was thinking when we do the new conservatory...
By 5 o'clock 3 weeks ago, it was already dark.
And then I could have my pot plants all the way around.
What the hell do they want?
What can I do for you, boys?
Can you give us a key for the gate?
Well, the drivers all have a key.
We've lost ours.
Sorry, can't help.
Well, did you recognise any of them?
I've never seen them before in my life. Didn't like the look of them. How shifty. What's that? How they've broken the gates.
Well, I'm not having this. I'm waiting till they come back.
Slow down! Slow down! Slow down!
It was a brutal, cowardly act. There was no way she'd have got out of there. You simply drove straight at her. There's a great proportion of the building was smashed into and it was jammed. Horrendous thing to do. Merciless. The cruelty of that is beyond belief.
You killed my wife!
The world's short of nice people. They leave very valuable ripples amongst other people. People that leave kindness. You can't afford to lose them. Nobody can.
This is DCI Dave Cobb. Dave, Cherita was incredibly brave, wasn't she, to try and stop that lorry?
Yes, a very, very brave lady. And what she was doing that evening was acting upon her instincts, really, to do what she thought was right in trying to get that barrier down and stop that gang from stealing the lorry and the valuable load they had with it as well.
What can you tell us about the gang? What do they look like?
Well, there's some good details there. The first man, who was the driver of the lorry, over 6 foot tall, he's a white male, although his complexion is described as quite dark. That may be a stubble, it may be grubbiness, or it may be because it was dark at that time of night. He's wearing distinctive blue or black tracksuit bottoms with a white stripe, and he smokes. He was seen to be smoking.
I mean, it's worth pointing out that when you look at the e-fit, he doesn't look particularly like the actual reconstruction, but the e-fit is the thing that people should look at.
That's right, the e-fit is people.
And what about the other two?
The man that was with him, he was somewhat shorter, about the same age, 30 to 40 years old. Fairly nondescript clothing, light brown clothing, but he had an accent that was described as either Irish or from the travelling community. The third man was only seen very briefly. All we can say about him was that he's much younger than the other two.
And it's worth pointing out, isn't it, in terms of clues as to who these people might be, that they obviously knew how to handle that kind of equipment, heavy digging machinery, the lorry.
That's right, that's what I'm asking people to do tonight. Put together all the factors here. Someone that matches those descriptions, someone that knows where Northolt is in the northwest London area. But most importantly, someone that could drive plant hire equipment, heavy diggers, heavy lorries, and manoeuvre them around as they did.
And what about the Mercedes that we saw?
The Mercedes speeds round to the front of the farm just afterwards. It actually takes a fairly crude three-point turn where there's some temporary traffic lights, which is where the A40 passes over Kensington Road. Now that was seen by some people, and it was done with disregard to the other motorists, so I'm sure other drivers saw that. It then collects the driver from the lorry and it speeds off. We're obviously keen to trace that Mercedes. It's silver, it's in very good condition, it's a four-door saloon, possibly an E-Class. And there's something about the headlights in that they're described as frog eye headlights, which means that there's two separate lights on each side of the bonnet, which is a design that Mercedes had between 1 and 5 years old.
OK, well, there's a reward of £25,000 for information needed for the conviction of one or more of the gang. Roger's life has been shattered by Cherita's death. If you have any information on the identity of these men, if you can put all those clues together, call 0500 600 600 or ring the Instant Room in Hendon on 020 8358 0200.